Hi, my friends. Are you looking to do a little bit of spring decorating? Oh, even though it might be snowing outside, we can do a little decorating inside to get those good, fresh spring vibes going. In today's video, I've got two mantles and I've got not a trunk, but I've got a fairy village to show you, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. You know I'm going to be 75 this year, and I just say it because if I can do it, I know you can do it too at any age. I have confidence in you. I want to thank all my wonderful friends and my dear sweet subscribers for watching my videos and commenting. It really touches my heart. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. We have a different theme every month, and I do decor and I do tables and crafts all around that theme. And then I have a couple of projects going every month too. And hopefully you're doing projects along with me. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. Okay, decor. Let's usher in spring, at least in our houses. This mantle in my living room is one of my favorites, and I know I always talk about that, but it's the garden just blooming with white blossoms and a little duck family that wanders in, and it's mama and her two babies, and they like to play and roll around in the flowers and hide behind the clay pots. And I have my little rustic wooden bench up there. It's absolutely adorable. And you could keep this up all the way through summer if you wanted to. It's one of my favorites. It's so fresh and it's very neutral too. Now, you know I always go over the top in my den. And when we go in there, it's going to be my fairy book is open with the fairy door. And then I have all the mushrooms and flowers and the fairies. It's all about the magical, mystical forest with fairies in it. Oh, I absolutely love this. And this is something you can do that's so easy with things you might even have around the house. And I'm going to have some videos coming up on how to make fairy doors and houses and accessories and all of that stuff. Now, I'm not doing a little trunk over on my side table. I'm doing a fairy village for you. I'm going to show you how to put these things together. I have different little stools at different levels, and I'll put those together with ferns and fairies and gnomes. It's just adorable. I can't wait to show it to you. I hope you love this. I hope you get so inspired maybe to do a couple fairy displays this year. You don't just have to do them in March. You can do them anytime at all. Or you can make it a leprechaun village if you wanted to. It's all up to your imagination. Anyway, I hope you get so inspired, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome everyone to my decor for spring. I every year cannot wait to get out my white spring blossoms. I just love them so much. They're airy and fluffy and fresh. I just absolutely love them. And March is the time I like to just have people think about maybe starting gardens or planting their gardens wherever you live. But I bring out the little duck family. So I want to show you my mantle in the living room. Again, white mantle. This is a white container. I think I got that at Home Goods years ago. But these white blossoms are very hard to find. I think I got them at Pier 1 years ago, but I did kind of splurge at Michael's and buy some. I think Michael's had some, and Joann's used to have them too, but I love them. So I took some out and I kind of put them on the little side here. So I always like to bookend my display, so you always look in the middle. And here we have Mama Duck here, who looks very... well, she looks like she's a little bit worried about her two little baby ducklings here because they're being bad, and she's trying to keep an eye on them. You can see she's looking at them like, what are you guys up to now? And of course, they're frolicking in the little area that has seeds and little pots and new little white blossoms and daffodils. We can see we have two little containers, flower market containers from Dollar Tree. This is my bench from Hobby Lobby, and they still have it, you guys. I use it all the time. And I think if you like to do a display, maybe you don't want a tier tray, maybe you don't want a trunk, get this little bench and you could do something like this. Put some little flowers on either side and have some baby animals, or just have these green balls I absolutely love from Hobby Lobby that I've kind of stuck in there too. But anyway, you can create something, and it might be snowing outside, but you can look at this and go, spring is ahead. It is coming eventually. But anyway, so those are the two little ducklings. And like I said, they're kind of frolicking with the pots. And you can see they've knocked some over here. And I just have some Spanish moss in those. But it's just cute. It's adorable. You might have some, I don't know, some little foxes or ducks or baby chicks. Get your baby chicks out now too. You know, Easter's going to be here in about a month, so in a couple weeks, so you could do a little Easter display also with this and do eggs. Anyway, I think it's very fresh and adorable. All right, now let's go deep into the woodland and see if we can find any fairy houses. Here we are. We are in my den, and this is my kind of old-fashioned looking mantle that I made. And I have a book box that I opened up and put some scrapbook paper, once upon a time scrapbook paper, and a fairy door. Now this fairy door originally was meant to go outside against a tree, and it used to light up, but I left it outside too long and everything kind of disintegrated. But I use it in my display. And if you look real closely, you can see a very famous character in here. Are we in fairyland, or are we about to be visited by the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I have my two orchid plants I just left on either side here. And I have my mushrooms. I still haven't painted them, and I kind of maybe just need to make some more and use the polka dot ones, because I have polka dot little ceramic mushrooms I got at Hobby Lobby years ago. And then these are some I painted that I have on top here. But again, this is just one of those book boxes open, and once upon a time, this was the name of the paper pad, and I just papered the inside and put my little fairy door there, and ferns, all kinds of ferns. I love this kind of fern. Is that maidenhair? I don't remember. And I have ferns and all kinds of things. I didn't put any flowers this time because I just thought the red mushrooms with the polka dots were so cute. I wanted to feature them. Now you could do this. You could also put fairies, but we're going to go to a fairy village over on my side table. And I can't wait to show you my new fairy houses, and also to see who's visiting over there. I think my fairies have arrived. Anyway, let's take a look at my fairy village. Wow. Okay, this is my little side table on the side when you first enter the room. And you know, I like to have my little trunk here, but in March, I set up my little wood slice stools and risers, and I like to set up my fairy village. So let's start at the top up here. Now, I made some of these risers. You can see here's like a tree stump, and I have one over here. Now, I did that when I did a fairy table at Orange County Fair. Here's a actual fairy door. Now, that is from Hobby Lobby. That I did buy. But the rest of these are all from Dollar Tree. And you can see how cute. You can put a fairy door up against anything and it becomes a little fairy house, which is so cute. Now, I'd like to introduce my fairies. Now, I'm going to show you this in a fairy video. I'm going to show you how to make a lot of this stuff. I took a greeting card front that was from Dollar Tree, and I actually glued it on this little house form from Dollar Tree. And this is Flora, and this is her little house. There's her door right here, and then there's her window. And then if we go over on this side here, here's Fauna, who's in front of her house. I did the same thing. I added some like wood scrapbook paper and then did the front of the card. And I'll show you this more on my fairy craft video. And there's Fauna there. And we have the gnomes. You know, the gnomes, they're a little bit mystified and confused because they don't fit in any of these houses. All these houses are too small for them. Anyway, these houses in the back and this one up here are actually moss bird houses that I got at Hobby Lobby, which I just thought, oh, those would make perfect fairy houses. Anyway, this is the little fairy village. I have another house underneath here with the other gnome. And I think it's so adorable. You can just do one little round if you want to put one house and some fairies. You can do it even larger than this if you want to. But I think it's so sweet. What a beautiful little thing to put on a kitchen island or a buffet or a mantle or your table as a centerpiece. I think is just fabulous. Or you're having a buffet. All right, I hope you love all these ideas for March. Next month, at the very beginning of the month, I will be showing you my Easter mantles, but I will be doing a lot of Easter crafts this month. I can't wait to show it along with the fairy crafts, so stay tuned. Hope you got so inspired, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.